You are welcome to the Google Classroom Master Course. My name is Larry Oguntoye, the Inspirational. In this unit, we want to focus on posting quizzes in the Google Classroom. So, by the end of this unit, you'll be able to use self-grading quiz in the Google Classroom. So, let's roll on. So, in your Google Classroom landing page, which is the stream, go to classwork. Okay, then in classwork, scroll up, you see this button create, click create and choose quiz assignment. Choose quiz assignment. So let's choose quiz assignment. Okay, so you're choosing quiz assignment. So title your quiz. So I titled that recall quiz on acids and bases. So you can put your instructions you want the students to note there. Now basically, how does this work and different from ordinary assignment? So this will add a blank quiz form, Google form by itself. It will be attached by the Google Classroom. The Google form will be attached by the Google Classroom. So all you need to do is to click this form and create your quiz as though you are working on a Google form outside the Google Classroom. But since the Google form is attached to the Google Classroom automatically, so all you need to do is to just click that, okay, and create your quiz. If you don't know how to create quiz using Google form, I will explain that in another unit. Okay, so we'll assume that the quiz has been created. Okay, this is just naming your quiz. Let me just do a little name your quiz like recall quiz. Recall quiz, name that recall quiz. Okay, so and yeah, that's recall quiz. Recall quiz. Okay, so then you choose your questions that you want. You can see here, just click on that. You put your question here. Which of these is not an acid? So that's the question you want to ask the student. Okay, so you cannot put your option. Just put your option here. Option A HCl, option B option B a base, let's say sodium hydroxide. Okay, so you can do option 3, option 4. So the answer key here means you want to choose the right answer. So the right answer to this question will be this. So if the student chooses another thing, it's going to mark it wrong, and I want to put a mark to that quiz. I'm putting, let's say this, each of the question will be 2 marks. Okay, so I click done. So when I'm done with this particular question, I can set another question. Okay, this could be question 1. Okay, 1, you can do Q1, question 1. Okay, so I can set another question. How do you do that? Just click this copy button. Okay, so it sets another one for you, so you can do that on and on and on until you have enough questions that you want. Set another question here. Which of this is not a base? So I want to choose my right answer key. The one that is not a base is sodium, and that is not a base is the acid. So I choose that. I'm using the same point. Okay, so I made a mistake in this first one. Which of this is not an acid? The correct answer should be sodium hydroxide. So I choose my answer key. I choose this. So okay, I corrected that. Good. So I have the 2 questions set. If you want this question to be compulsory, then you put this. That means it's required. Okay, so you set this up. Then there are so many other types of questions you can get. You can do multiple choice, you can do drop down, and so on and so forth. Okay, that you can set in the Google Classroom. okay, I will dedicate a particular unit to explaining how to set quiz in the Google Classroom. So we assume that your quiz is thoroughly set up here, so you do not need to copy the link or send to anything because you formed this quiz in the Google Classroom, okay, and you do not need to save. So go back to your Google Classroom. So the quiz is set for the student to work on. So just go to the left hand corner here, right hand corner here, and do the necessary setting. I'm setting this quiz for this class for all the students in the class, and I want the overall points to be 10 points. Okay, my due date, select your due date and due date time. Under where do you want to put that? Okay, maybe I want to put it under week 2 as recall quiz. So when this is set, you just uh, assign that, and the student will get the quiz when it is assigned. So let's check for a student and see what the student will get with that assignment. So let's check for Rukayat Bello. Okay, what will she see? Will she see the assignment that the quiz task that the teacher just set? So we'll go to Rukayat Bello's homepage stream. So we'll go to classwork. So we'll go to classwork and go to week 2. Okay, this is the recall quiz there. So she clicks that. Okay, she clicks that. You can see recall quiz. This quiz has been named. Okay, recall quiz. And so what she would do is just click it and answer the question. See, the student clicks it and answer the question. Which of this is not an acid? Okay, she clicks this. Okay, which of this is not a base? She clicks this and submit. The student just submits, just submit that. Okay, the student may want to view her score. Okay, to view her score. Okay, what she score? Okay, saying the student score 2/2, but I set the grade point. You can see that's 4/4. 2/2 for each of the question. That is 4/4. Okay, the student gets that. Okay, so the teacher has successfully set a quiz question in the Google Classroom. Okay, now another twist to that, you can also set your quiz question in the Google Classroom if you do, even if you do not want to use this quiz assignment to set your question. Now, the difference between using this quiz assignment and to import quiz into the Google Classroom is, if you use this quiz assignment, the question set will be in a folder, in a class folder. Okay, usually most teachers have a different folder where they have all their quizzes. Okay, not in the class folder. So you can have a folder somewhere where you have all your quizzes in the Google Forms, that various quizzes in Google Form you have created. So you can each time be sending the link to that particular form to various platforms you want. But if you have it in the Google Drive, in the Google Classroom here, it will be present in the class drive, in the class folder. For example, let's click this class folder. You will see the quiz, okay, will be present there. And that simply means that your student will have access to your question bank. Okay, so most teachers, you can see there, see all the quizzes that is set. So the student will have access to it. It will be present, okay, inside this particular inside this particular folder. That is a quiz that been created. You can see quiz 1 created. The student will have access to it. That is it. The recall quiz, you can see the student will have access to it. So whatever you put in the Google Classroom will be in the class folder, and the student will also have access to it. So most teachers prefer to import their quiz. So in the next unit, we're going to be looking at how to import quiz into the Google Classroom. Okay, now this that I have shown you is set up on this quiz assignment, is set up on a Google Classroom that is not on the G Suite. Okay, and so what the teacher will have to do to grade this particular task is that you go back to your Google form and generate a CSV file or the Excel file and take the scores for each of the student. Okay, but if you are using a G Suite, okay, Google Classroom, in G Suite, it is possible for you to create a task like this quiz assignment. Okay, I'm creating quiz assignment. The moment I create the quiz assignment, there is an automatic button that says grade importing. This automatically imports the score of the student into the Google Classroom grade sheet. You will not have to do that manually. But if you are not using G Suite, if you are using just the ordinary Google account, it's not an enterprise kind of account, so this is what you will get. You can see the record quiz here does not have any button like this in the G Suite. You can see this button is not present there, so it means that if you are using just ordinary account, you will manually go to your Google form, okay, export the scores in an Excel and bring the score manually into the Google Classroom. So that is just the difference. So under grading, we are going to look in detail how to grade students' work and use the grade sheet. So before then, always remember that every teacher carries a womb that births the prosperity of the nation.